Here in Comal ISD, we've been working on putting together some sample schedules to show families what a remote learning schedule might look like for students. Here we have an example of Jacob's schedule, a 7th grader at Spring Branch Middle School. You'll notice that it's very similar to what the day would look like on campus. There's a 7-period day and time blocked for lunch. What you'll notice that's different is that we have a mixture of live instruction and independent work. Live instruction, noted by this symbol here, is when the teacher is on a Google Meet video conference with the students in the class. It could include things like guided practice, where the teacher monitors the students while they're working, teacher modeling, sometimes small group instruction, or even a science lab. This may also be a time when students are able to ask the teacher questions and receive feedback. Independent work, noted by this notebook symbol, is when the student is not live with the teacher and is instead working on assignments for the course. In this case, Jacob could be working on assignments, independent practice activities, discussion posts, lab work. He might even be working with a group of students on a task that the teacher assigned. Looking back at the schedule, you'll notice that even for remote learners, we'll have a dismissal time or after the bell. Just like on-campus students, Jacob may have homework to do after school. The difference for remote learners comes in with some flexibility built in. For example, Jacob may not have been able to log into his science class in the morning, so he has the option of going into his science Google Classroom to find out what his teacher needs him to complete for that day. Now that we have an overview of Jacob's schedule, let's take a closer look at what a sample day could look like. Jacob will start his day with a before-school routine. He'll do a supply check, make sure he has a comfortable workspace, supplies at arm's reach, and maybe even some water and a snack, so that he has everything he needs for school. He'll also need to do a tech check, making sure he has a strong internet connection, his computer is charged, and his speakers, microphone, and camera are ready to go. Then Jacob will arrive at school. He'll need time to log into his Google Classrooms, where he'll check for messages from the teacher and assignments. By 8:15, Jacob is ready to go to first period. He'll join his teacher and class in Google Meet for live instruction. And although live instruction ends at 8:35, while he's working independently on classwork, Jacob can still reach back out to the teacher for help until first period ends. For second period, Jacob actually has some pre-work to do before the class meetup. He'll read the assigned article and then join the teacher in class in Google Meet at 9:29. During third period, you'll notice that class will look a little different. On this particular day, the class will work independently on an assignment. This illustrates that for some classes on certain days, there might not be live instruction time with the teacher. It may just be independent work in Google Classroom. Jacob's day then continues through the rest of his classes, similar to how the morning worked, depending on how his teacher's schedules are arranged. After dismissal, Jacob will have time to do homework and catch up on anything he may have missed that day, maybe due to his sister needing the computer during math instruction. And that's okay. He'll just need to check to make sure he completed the math task for the day on Google Classroom. Remember, it's important for Jacob to log into each class to complete the daily tasks by 11:59 p.m. so his teacher knows that he was present and engaged for the day. Jacob's sample schedule helps illustrate what a day might look like in remote learning for a middle school student. This type of schedule will apply similarly with dual language and Spanish immersion. To learn about other schedules or to get more information, visit our Comal Parent Center at comalisd.org.